Hi friends, welcome to Timing Python series. In this video, we're going to talk about how to create a rectangle, polygon and a polyline using Python folium library. So let's get started. So for first, let's try to create a rectangle. It's literally a one-liner to create a rectangle on a folium map. You just call folium.rectangle and give the coordinates of the two diagonals of the rectangle and just add to the map object. That's all. That means you can give any of the two diagonal points, like you can give this one and this one, or else you can use this one and this one. You'll get the same rectangle. So that way you just give the two diagonal points to the rectangle and then add to the map object, your rectangle will be created. So let's get started with coding and try to create a rectangle on a folium map. So I'm going to take a blank folder. I'm going to open it with VS Code. I'm just going to create a new file and I'll just name it index.py. And then first of all, I will import folium library. I'll just write import folium, and then I'm going to create a map object. So I'll write map object equal to folium.map, and then I can initialize my map with my desired center and my desired zooming. For that, you have to write location equal to the center location and zoom start equal to the initialized zooming you want. So from my example, I'll just copy my initial center location. So this is my center location of the map. I'll just copy this and I'll just paste it here. So this is my initial center location, and then I'll just save the map object as a HTML file. So I'll just write map object.save HTML. So now I can save the map object. I'll just write save output.html so that I can see my map output in this HTML file. For now, we did not create a rectangle, but we have created a map and we are saving it as output.html, and let's see how it works out. So I'll just run this code and let me try to open my output.html, which is generated here in my folder. And yeah, we can see a map which is generated. So now let's try to draw a rectangle like this on this map. So for drawing a rectangle, I just have to write folium.rectangle and give the coordinates of my rectangle diagonals. I'll just write the first diagonal here, first diagonal point, second diagonal point, and then I'll just write add to map object. So I have to write the latitude, longitude of one end of diagonal and other end of the diagonal here. So from my example, let's copy the diagonal coordinates. So here this is one coordinate and this is another coordinate. It is basically latitude, longitude, and then latitude and longitude. You have to give coordinates like that. So let me try to copy the first coordinate, latitude, longitude, and paste my first place, and I'll just take the second latitude, longitude, and I'll place here. So basically I'm giving the coordinates of a diagonal of the rectangle so that I can plot a rectangle on a map. So I just created a rectangle and add it to my map object. So I'll just save it and run this again, and let us see whether our output.html will be updated. So I'll just open the folder again and I'll just open this output.html, and you can see we have plotted successfully a rectangle on a folium map. It's that simple. But now comes the styling. You just want to change the color of the rectangle, you want to change the fill color of the rectangle, you want to change the thickness of the rectangle. Just like we saw in our previous videos, the styling of the rectangle can be controlled by the same options as the path. So these are the options you can use. Stroke to decide whether the rectangle will have borders or not, weight to decide the thickness of the border of the rectangle, and color to change the color of the rectangle border, and opacity means the opacity of the rectangle border. Fill, if you set the fill to true, the rectangle will be filled with a color, and fill color is basically the color which you mention, the fill color of the rectangle, and then opacity, the opacity which is the rectangle will be filled. So let's try to make use of these styling options and try to style our rectangle. Here I'm gonna go to my code, and in my rectangle function I'll give new options. Here I'll write fill equal to true. That means I'm filling my rectangle with the color, and let me try to change the stroke width. So I'll just write weight equal to, I'll just write the weight which is default 3, I'll just write it 5 so that I can have a thicker rectangle, and then I'll change the fill color to something like orange. I'll write here fill color equal to orange. I want to change the stroke color also, so I'll just write color equal to green. So now we should see a customized rectangle on our map. So I've just added some styling options and I'm just saving it and running this. And let's try to reload our output.html. So I'll just open this output.html, and you can see the rectangle is customized as per our requirements. If you want to change the opacity of this fill, you can even change that. I'll just change my opacity, right? I'll write fill opacity equal to something like 0.8, so it will be more opaque instead of transparent. I'll just run this, and if I just reload this, you can see a more opaque filling. So this way, using these styling options, you can customize your rectangle plotted on the map. Alright, so now let's get to the next topic, which is plotting a polyline. So here in this example, you can see a polyline plotted on this map. So polyline is basically you just specify the points on this line and folium will plot the line for you. It's that simple. So here you can see the example. You just write folium.polyline and you just mention the coordinates of the line. That's all. The line will be plotted by folium. So let's try to implement this. So in our existing example, let's try to remove this rectangle part. So now I've got a map. I've imported folium. I've created a map object and I'll just save it as output.html. Now I'm saving it. And here on this map object, I want to create a polyline, right? So I'll just write folium.polyline and here I'm going to mention the coordinates of the line edges as an array. So here you can mention the points, any number of points, and each item will be a tuple with latitude and longitude inside it, and then add this to the map object. So add to map object. So for the sake of latitude longitude, I will take it from my example. Here in my example, I have used some latitude longitude coordinates. So I'll just copy each of the latitude longitude in my example. So this is the first point of the line, and then this is the second point of the line, and then this is the third point of the line, and so on. So I can copy the, so in my example I have 3 points. So I'm sequentially giving each point of the line. So folium will plot a line in this sequence. So I'll just save it and run this example. So I should get a polyline plotted on my folium map. So let's see, I've run it, and now let me try to reload the output.html file. So here you can see I've got a line plotted as per my 3 points. This is the first point, second point, and third point. So you can mention points and the folium will plot line passing through each point sequentially. And now comes the styling. If you want to change the styling of this polyline, is the same thing as what you did in case of rectangle. So these are the same options which will be applicable for the rectangle and also applicable for the line. So let's try to experiment a little bit. So if you want to change this color to green, it's really simple. You just give another input to this folium.polyline and write color equal to green or something else. I'll just write color equal to red. So that means the stroke color of this line is going to be red. And let me try to change the thickness also. If I want to make this line a bit more thick, I'll just write weight equal to something like 4. So if I just save it and run this example, and let me try to reload my output.html again here, and here you can see I've got a thicker line and the color is red as per my requirement. So just by using this folium.polyline, you can easily create a line on your folium map, and you can easily change the styling of your line using these options. Alright, so let's come to the last topic, which is drawing a polygon. So what is the difference between a polyline and a polygon? It's really a simple difference, which is if you mention this as a polygon, folium will automatically connect these two edges, the first one and the last one, and it will form a polygon for you. As a proof, let me try to change this folium.polyline to polygon and see what happens. So I'll just write folium.polygon. I'm not changing anything. I'm just giving the edges sequentially and I'm saying it polygon instead of polyline, and let's see what happens. So let's run this here. Now if I just reload my output, you can see folium by default connects the first and last edges of the polyline so that it becomes a polygon. So this is the only difference between the polyline and a polygon. In order to make it more interesting, we can even take more coordinates and show a different polygon here. I'm just taking the coordinates from my example in my blog post. I'm just copying it here. In the array of points, I'll just write this new points. I'll just write here. So it's really simple. You just write the coordinates of each edge of the polygon in a sequential way, and folium will draw the polygon for you. So I'll just save it and run this. And let me try to see the output now. I'll just reload this, and you can see you can create a polygon of any shape you want. You just mention the coordinates of the polygon in a sequential manner. That's all. Folium will plot the polygon for you. So in this example, if you want to fill this polygon with, say, something like green color, it's really simple. It's the same styling options as the rectangle. So what I can do is I can just enable the fill. I'll just write fill equal to true, and I'll let this fill color. I'll just write fill underscore color, and I'll let the color as something like green. And if you want to make the opacity more, I can write fill underscore opacity as something like 0.6 or something, so that I can see color more clearly. I'll just write fill opacity equal to 0.6. So now what I did was I have enabled the filling, I have changed the fill color, and I've increased the filling opacity to 0.6. By default it will be 0.3 or something like that. So I'm just saving this code and I'll run it now, and let's see the updated output. So if I just reload this web page, you can see we have enabled the filling on our polygon. It's that simple. So next topic is if you want to keep the shapes in a different layer. Here, in this example, I'm creating a polygon and adding it to the map object. Instead of adding it to a map object, you can create a feature group and add it to that feature group so that it becomes a different layer on your map object. So let's try to do that here. I'll just create a feature group here. I'll just write folium dot feature group, and let me try to give a name so that in the layer control I can see a name of it. I'll just write name equal to something like shapes, and let me try to get the feature group enter a variable. I'll just write shapes layer here, shapes layer equal to folium.feature group, and I'll just add this shape layer to the map object. So I'll just write shape layer dot add to map object. Now I've created a shapes layer. I've created a feature group on this map object. So if I want to add this polygon to a different layer like this shapes layer, I'll just have to write folium.polygon and give all the inputs to the polygon, and instead of adding the map object, I have to add it to the shapes layer, which is my feature group on this folium map. So that means now my polygon, instead of directly getting onto the map object, it will be on a shapes layer, which is a map layer. In order to appreciate this, I'll just enable the layer switcher of this folium map. So I'll just write folium dot layer control and add this to the map object dot add to map object. So now I can see the layer switcher of my folium map also. So let me try to run this and see how it looks like. So let me try to reload this map again. And here now you can see a shape switcher, and here you can see I am able to add this polygon onto a new feature group, which is a map layer. So this way, using just a simple single line of code, you can create a shape layer or any layer which you want and add your polygons or polylines or any other shapes onto this layer, so that you can switch on and switch off using this layer control. Alright, so that's it about creating polygons, polylines and rectangles on a folium map. Till now I have created only a single shape on a map, but you can even create multiple shapes like this example in my blog post. Here in this example I am creating 3 shapes like rectangle, polyline, polygon. So let me try to see how it looks like. I'll just copy this example now and try to plot it now. I'll just copy this here and let me try to get it into my code editor. I'll just paste here. You can see on my map object and the layer, I'm creating a rectangle, polyline and a polygon, and I'm adding to the layer, and I'm just adding a layer control so that I can switch on and switch off the layers and saving it to an output.html file. So let me try to run this now and let me try to reload my output here. Now here you can see I've got multiple shapes on a map object. So just by sequentially calling folium.polyline, polygon or whatever you want and adding to the map layer, you can sequentially add any number of shapes onto a map object so that you can create a visualization on a folium map. So you can see it's really simple to create rectangles, polygons and polylines on a folium map. I have created a blog post on how to draw rectangles, polygons and polylines on a folium map, and I have even given you the source code so that you can copy paste and practice it in your own computer. So be sure to check out the link of this blog post in the description of this video. Hope you like this video guys. Thank you for watching.